happy holidays, everybody, and I hope that you're all okay and have safe and cozy places to be. So, just before I got started with the regular adventures again, treasure hunting, I wanted to say thank you again to everybody. I read all of your comments. For me, because it takes a little while to get everything out, it's been about 3.5 weeks or so since the accident, so I am somebody who has to, I can't even take being sick, I can't take downtime, so I've been very productive. It's a quick update, and just keep it personal because we kind of keep it personal on this channel, and I wanted to kind of stick with that. And so we have 1 more month of season 6, that's what we're in now, and that will be ending, and then we'll start season 7 on January 27th. So we finish on December 31st and then start up usually on the 27th. And so that is the plan again. My truck, as most of you probably know, is obliterated, and that I'm not getting money for my truck. And so what I can say is my truck is destroyed. We hauled it to my dad's house, and where there's a shop, and we're kind of playing with it. It's destroyed, but I wanted to include that clip in here, so we can just go ahead and jump over to that now, I guess. We'll just do that. We'll go whoop. And that side looks pretty normal. There's the bed. And there's the beginning of the impact. And camper shell and everything gone. And right now, the rear axle is unbolted on this side. And we have big bends in the frame. And the drive shaft is bent and it popped out. And we're sorting all that out just to see what fun could be done to it. Never be what it was, but it might be able to be something. Who knows? And this is the first day of, well, no, you were up here for 3 days before.
Oh, just for an hour or so, messing around, make sure everything worked, getting the engine running and that kind of stuff. And all it took was putting the battery back where it belonged and putting a charge in it, because the 4-way flashers were still on. Once I got that all in there, and then it had a emergency shut-off switch on the fuel for accidents, and once I found that, pushed the button, it started right up. So and then I pulled the rear end up where it's supposed to be and started it up, and that's when I discovered that the drive shaft had been pulled out of the transmission. So that's the next project, get the drive shaft back in.
And it's bent. And
yeah, it's a little.
Well, that's got weight on it, so straight down, it's probably 1.5 inches over.
I miss my John Deere with the bucket. It'd be a 5-minute job with the John Deere. My hand is going to take a little longer.
So it's totaled, but we are going back and forth between trying to sell off the last couple of parts to try and get anything out of it, or see if it could be righted and driven down the road temporarily to use, because yep. So that's kind of the beginning of the process, beginning of the end of one thing, and who knows, that we would document it. Okay, and so we're back. So it's destroyed as far as being like a overlanding traveling adventure mobile, but it could be a good ranch truck. So that's part of what my dad does, is resurrect trucks literally from death and stuff. So usually old 1940s trucks and stuff, but so my only form of transportation right now is the truck that I'm borrowing from my brother-in-law. And thank you to them, because otherwise I would literally be stuck way out in the country where I live here. That's where I thought I would do a video from, and have a nice cozy fire going behind me. Nice cold nights here in California. It's getting down to 30 degrees where I am, and it gets dark by about 5 o'clock. So been working in the shop a lot after dark, and doing some crafting stuff. So I have a lot of videos already that were kind of backlogged, so I wanted to get those out, and I wanted to talk about that, because there's obviously going to be shots of the truck and stuff like that in there, and there's going to be some things that are lagged, but at the same time I'm going to be mixing in more current videos, because if the counter behind you is actually full of all kinds of crafty stuff, so those are coming up. And in the truck was a lot of my metal detecting stuff, so things that you've known. I didn't want to be materialistic, and I'm not. I'm just totally happy that everybody's okay, and the dog was okay. So, and then the outpouring of love and support. But I just wanted to do the list of whatever's, and then we'll get on with life. So, the shovel I've always used, the bag, the pinpointer, a billion little details are gone. They're gone. The truck is gone. I have a old Toyota Corolla 1997 that I paid off originally from a lot when I was in my 20s or whatever, and that's what it's been sitting for like 6 years. So it was a family mobile, and I'm trying to get it running. And other than that, I have no wheels and I have no prospects, but and got to get that going on, so that's part of what I'm doing. Just wanted to show you. There's the Mind Lab. I did get the Mind Lab back. If you can see that, the shaft is shattered, and I don't know whatever happened to the arm cuff. So I will at some point need to put this back together. I'm not treasure hunting right now. It's all, it's just time to, take care of business. I got a lot of business to take care of. It is one of the ways that I make my income, is by doing YouTube videos, which is one of the reasons why I need to start putting videos back out. I have, like I said, about a month of material, so we'll be lucky if we can get through the material that we're backlogged and the current stuff that I can't seem to stop doing before the end of the season at the end of December. So I am going to be putting out a lot of videos. I hope you're all ready for that. They are not obligatory, don't worry about it. I just want to make sure to wrap up the season with this material. And since so much has changed and is changing, I feel like that's proper to go ahead and do that. So this is the state of the Mind Lab, but here's your Mind Lab commercial. This was in the back of a truck. It was thrown hundreds of feet, and the camper it was in was destroyed. The shaft is literally shattered and ripped apart. This was all that was recovered. And she turns on. There you go. And the coil works. I took it out and tested it a little bit. Thank you. And the inputs are a little bit bent here, but that's okay. That's okay. It's more on the on this big coil. It's on its connector part and not this part. So we're happy campers. And a new shaft is whatever. You know what I mean? They're not that expensive. So these are expensive machines. That's the state of it. Headphones, which are pretty expensive, also turned on. They were in the rain. My laptop, which is a Macintosh, the nicest one I've ever owned, is not broken. It's working, but it got dented. The whole thing got bent, and it was even in its tough case and everything. And some of the inputs are shot. But at first, I also had an external drive that had like every I shouldn't have been carrying it. It was my backup. That had all the memory, unable to access at first. And now that's come back online also. So, it works. My computer works, even though it's, you know, these are like things that I'm like, I could never afford another one, and then, but there's so much that went on, you know, literally, that truck was paid off, and, yeah, the nicest vehicle that I ever owned. So that is the check-in on the materialistic stuff. So that's over. That phase is over, and we'll be wrapping up the season that had that stuff in it. And the new season will be a new season for everybody who has been shopping at my store online. I appreciate that so much. As you can probably guess, this is just put a cramp in all of it's dominoed. Its effects have dominoed in all directions. They're affecting work and income and all kinds of stuff. So I totally appreciate that. That's why with these early evenings and long nights, I've been going crazy on crafting. It's one of the things that I can do. So I appreciate the patronage for sure. At the end of this, there will be a cheesy commercial. I nearly doubled the inventory of the store while I've been laid up and stuff, and I didn't know how to start the commercial business end of things without addressing the personal end of things. That's what we're doing, sitting here in my living room by the fire. And just thank you again for all of the very long comments and the very open. Thank you for the outpouring of support and stuff. And you know, I've been on the bottom before. I've worked my way up from the bottom a bunch of times. That's part of what we do on the quest for details, is we do things that don't require all of the fancy stuff. Even if we have the fancy stuff, sometimes this is you know, this is treasure hunting, and treasure hunting is something that anyone can dream of doing, anybody can try doing, and anybody can be successful at, because it's serendipitous. So we're going to go ahead and roll the show, and it gives me things to do. I like reading your guys' comments. I like the normality of it. And let's go ahead and get this puppy on the roll. I have a package sitting over here, and I came home late last night, and a friend on Instagram sent this to us, and I shot this clip, so I wanted to put that in here because it's a good thing. It's a happy thing. So here we go. So I walked up to the mailbox after dark, and guess what was waiting for me? I can't wait to get this out in daylight and kind of set up all the green things that I have and see if there's anything that more closely matches those. But geez, look at that. And this is different. It's like molten and just oof. And then here's this whole other bag. I got this one out first. This is the one that I saw on Instagram, and was just like something about this. This is gonna I think this one's gonna travel with me when I go jade hunting, and it's gonna be that thing that you look at that gets your brain adjusted. I know this one's polished up, that's why it's good to see the others in their form. Let me turn this ugly light off here. In their form. But that's a nice pocket stone. Not to carry with my coins or anything, you know, like, oh, look at that. That's beautiful. So translucent. So just absolutely translucent. Overall, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing, is metamorphosized the right word? You know, changed. I'm seeing the serpentine of it. Its characteristics still hidden there, or serpentinite. It's changed into a harder, caramelized stone. Okay, I'm gonna drool over these for a while, and like I said, probably be carrying them individually. Thank you so much for that. It has a fun chance. Hopefully, with this little bit of education and toolbox of forms, I can be a better jade hunter. Be more sure about what I'm trying to do when I'm out there. That's about all there is to say for that, except for thank you. Who doesn't want to see green gold coming out of the dirt? There's places and times, maybe even currently, I'm not sure, but jade is called green gold because it runs up there in the price range. It's some valuable stuff, and for me, I don't even wear gold on my body, honestly, but jade. That's why there are jade hunters. So, thank you so much. Happy hunting to all, and that made my night. So, and thank you so much. Okay, so we'll see you guys on down the road. Just wanted to share my goodness with you. Something fun, something simple. I appreciate it. Okay, quest on. Let's quest on. Let's get the show on the road. Try and keep giving you little updates as we go along, and you'll see the progression and the procession of insanity on the quest for details. You're invited, and I hope to see you on the upcoming adventures. We'll just mix in the ones that are a little bit late coming out with the ones that need to be finished editing right now, and I hope to see you there. Thank you.